Hi, this is Steve at Blessed Hope 2018. Today is May the 29th, 2018. Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hid in a field, the which when a man has found, he hides, and for joy thereof goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Now, the purpose of this parable is to depict the relationship of Israel to this present age. Although Israel has been set aside by God, until this age is completed, Israel is not forgotten, and this age does have reference to that program. Christ is purchasing a treasure in this parable. And this purchase was effected at the cross. This treasure is hidden away in a field, unseen by men, but is known to the purchaser. During this age, the present age of grace in which we're living, the purchaser does not come into possession of this purchased treasure, but only in possession of the place in which the treasure resides. This parable, folks, is showing that Christ has laid the foundation for Israel's acceptance in this age, even though the age ends without his having appropriated his treasure, his hidden treasure. And the treasure will be unearthed when he comes to establish his kingdom. So Israel is now in blindness, but it is possessed. And it is possessed by the purchaser. We read on Matthew 13, 45 and 46, these next two verses. And what we see is the church. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Now, I'm aware of the fact that some relate this to the believing remnant that's saved at the end of the age, but most interpreters relate the pearl to the church. I believe the Lord is showing that within this present age, the age of grace, in addition to acquiring the treasure Israel, he will also acquire for his personal possession the church. The church, like the pearl, becomes the possession of the merchant. And the church is to be formed gradually, just as a natural pearl is in the shell. And the church, like the pearl, can only become his adornment by being lifted up out of the shell in which it was formed, which is the very purpose of this age. The word there of great price in the original text, meaning very costly, very precious, is the body of Christ. Now there are two other occurrences of the word: the very costly ointment that Mary anointed the feet of Jesus with, and the trial of our faith being much more precious than of gold that perishes. So we have service and faith married to the precious value of his body, the church. So the treasure hidden in a field describes Israel, the pearl of great price, the church. And combined, they describe God's people, the household of God, the family of God. So in Revelation 21:21, we read, "And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl." And so here pearls symbolize security, which is the very purpose for gates. Matthew 7:6, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine." That's Matthew 7:6. So pearls here equals the preciousness of truth. So together, we're looking at God's people, security, and the preciousness of truth. So maybe you can tell me why it is that the birthstone for June is pearl. Now, there are other birthstones for June, I realize that, but no other months are associated with pearl, only June. And as I've pointed out repeatedly in numerous videos going back over a year and a half, 50 days from rapture to the second coming. If you have a June rapture, it would require a June return, a June second coming. June 21 to June 14, according to our timeline, where we could say it begins with a pearl of great price, the church, ending with that hidden treasure, Israel, being unearthed by its possessor in a field. Now, hold on a second, Steve. You mean to tell me that you made an entire video suggesting that the rapture and the second coming may occur in June based upon a birthstone? No, I don't believe that I have. Our timeline seemed to be supported by a number of credible factors before I ever even saw this, before bringing the hidden treasure and the pearl birthstone into it. And I will admit the hidden treasure spoken of in the parable is, well, just that. It's a hidden treasure and not a pearl. But the pearl is seen in the context of the hidden treasure which preceded the pearl. The treasure Israel set aside, hidden in a field, followed by the pearl of great price, the church. And given the fact that God's supreme sovereignty rules over every aspect of the universe, and that has been my steadfast belief, the most saving faith that a man can have is in God's absolute sovereignty. My question to you would be, why would God, who creates the pearl in the first place, allow in his sovereign divine wisdom that pearl to be associated with the month of June and not any other month? That would be my question. I love you all. I truly do. Keep looking up. This is Steve. Thanks for watching.